Hi, I'm Kiana Reeves. I'm a teacher of intimacy, relationships, a somatic sex educator, and I'm Foria's Chief Intimacy Officer. And today we're talking about something that affects all of us so deeply, and it is the connection between sex and stress. Because let's be real, when we're overwhelmed, when we're anxious, when we're running on empty, intimacy is usually the first thing to go. And yet, sex, especially when it's nourishing and conscious and intentional, is one of the most powerful tools we have to heal stress and reconnect with ourselves and with our partner. So, let's talk about what's actually happening in the body with the stress response. When your body is under chronic stress, even little bits, whether it's from your inbox, your work life, your kids, money, the news, your nervous system shifts into fight, flight, or freeze. This raises cortisol, it raises adrenaline, and it can really disrupt your libido regulating hormones like estrogen and testosterone. It can suppress oxytocin, which is the bonding and love hormone. And it can even decrease vaginal lubrication and cause tension in the body. And this is why, even when you want to feel close, your body might start saying, thanks, that doesn't feel right for me. So, sex is stress relief. And this is the magic. When you do feel safe and connected enough to experience sensual pleasure, solo or partnered, your body begins to reverse this stress cycle. During arousal and orgasm, your brain releases oxytocin, it reduces cortisol, and it promotes this trust and this bonding. And it helps to calm your nervous system. Dopamine is released and that boosts your mood. Endorphins are released and those are natural painkillers and mood enhancers. And even prolactin is released, which will support your relaxation and your sleep. So sex literally regulates your nervous system. It increases your resilience. It supports your immune health. It's not just for fun. It's actually a form of healing. So I wanted to give you some daily practices that are easy to do that can support your sex and stress connection. How do we get into this positive feedback loop where less stress means more pleasure and more pleasure helps to dissolve the stress when we're really not in the mood? There are a few daily rituals that can really help you shift your internal state and build a more sensual baseline. The first is nervous system regulation. Breath work, shaking, vagus nerve toning, even a few minutes a day helps your body feel safe enough to lean into arousal. The second is conscious touch. So self massage, gentle touch. It really releases oxytocin and it helps your body relax. And the third is adapt to your environment. So warm lighting, clean sheets, using Foria Awaken, putting on soft music. It tells your body that you're safe, you're home, you can relax, you can soften, and you'll build these micro moments of pleasure. You might want to take a sensual shower. You can wear some really beautiful fabrics. You really want to expand your capacity for sensual pleasure by bringing it into your life moment to moment. Because when we start orienting towards pleasure, it really expands how good we feel as our baseline. So sip your tea slowly, get some nice sheets. These acts really build that capacity. The next tip is scheduling intimacy without any pressure. So it's not about performance, it's about connection and presence. When we create spaces where intimacy really flourishes, true intimacy, emotional, mental, physical, even if it's just cuddling or being together, the relationship between sex and stress really starts to unwind and you'll feel much more open rather than trying to work against something that maybe doesn't feel in the moment like it's going to be deeply nourishing. My reminder to you is this is that sex and pleasure and connection are deeply nourishing, deeply regenerative, and wonderfully human. They allow us to feel safe, they allow us to feel connected, and they help our stress response really soften and really put us into a space of feeling more safe in our own lives and more connected in our own lives. So that is our invitation to you from the Foria team to use sex and pleasure and sensuality as a tool in your day-to-day life to bolster your relationship, to bolster your connection with yourself, to bring resilience to your nervous system, to bring resilience and pleasure into your relationship, and of course, to experience more connection.